Hey guys, welcome back. So those of you who are planning to come to Canada, you already know that IELTS is that one devil that you have to beat. And that 6.5 score in IELTS writing is the score where a lot of people get stuck at. In fact, even one of us has suffered that fate and the other did not.
So today we have 5 tips to share with you, and if successfully implemented, you will definitely see an improvement in your score.
No matter which task you start with, be it task 1 or task 2, but make sure that you allocate a fixed time for each task so that you don't end up spending the majority of your time on one of the tasks, and then by the time you move to the next task, you are in full panic mode, and that leads to mistakes. So time management and planning is the most important. The entire writing test is 60 minutes long, so it is advised to allocate at least 20 minutes for the task 1 and 40 minutes for the task 2.
Now make a plan for each task before you start writing. Let's take an example. Here is a task 2 essay question. Some people think that now is the best time in history to be living. What is your opinion about this? What other time in history would be interesting to live in?
Out of your 40 minutes, give yourself 5 minutes in the beginning to plan and 5 minutes at the end to check everything. And this will leave you 30 minutes to write your essay. So in your first 5 minutes, just jot down some points in rough for all the question statements and then start incorporating those points in paragraphs. This will help provide some clarity in your idea, because trust me, if there is no clarity in your idea, in your essay, and there is no clarity in the final opinion in your essay, you will surely lose some points.
While thinking about what you will write about the given topic, it is important that you plan the format as well. Think about how many paragraphs you will use, and each paragraph should have a purpose. For example, the first paragraph will be the introduction. This typically involves paraphrasing the question and giving a hint whether you agree or disagree with the question statement. Here I might write, "Indeed, I do agree this is the best time to be alive due to the convenience technology has brought to our day-to-day lives. But along with that, I think living in the 1950s would have been an exciting time too, because India had just become an independent country, ending with 200 years of colonial rule." The focus of the second paragraph would be to justify why I think this is an ideal time to be alive. So basically, I would elaborate on the main idea, that is convenience brought by technology. So I may talk about simple life comforts such as washing machine to life-saving technology such as pacemakers. Even our friends and family are just a video call away, even though you might be in Canada or India. In the third paragraph, I would be describing what would be interesting about living in 1950s. For example, it would be a major turning point for the country, new laws and legislatures being implemented, and all across the country it's a phase of celebration. And finally, in the fourth paragraph, I would be summarizing everything and once again reminding the reader what is my final opinion. This way, not only would you keep your thoughts organized, but you will be able to present them in a fashion where everything that is asked in the question will be properly covered.
Now that you have understood how to plan, next you need to add some flair to your writing to get those extra points. And the simplest way to start is to look at the common words that one will use and then try to find its replacement. So for example, very is a very common word and we use it too often. In fact, even the native speakers use it too often. Like, I'm very tired, I am very hungry, this house is very big. But when you are writing an IELTS exam, try to force your brain to make an effort to find its replacement. So instead you could write, "I am so exhausted, I am famished, this house is massive." Making even these minor changes can drastically change the outcome of your test result.
Another important thing to remember is that the examiner is not marking you based on your in-depth knowledge about the topic. All they want to judge is your English skill. So the more variety of words you display in your writing, the better it is for your scores. Now, it is understandable, depending on your topic, you might need to repeat some words. But don't do it. Don't repeat words. Instead, try to find synonyms or a good replacement. For example, instead of repeating the word in present time, you could write presently, in current times, in today's time, and depending on the sentence, other suitable alternatives can be these days, recent times, contemporary, etc. Even though these are not very sophisticated alternate words, but because they are iterations of the same word, they help to avoid repetition and demonstrate your range of vocabulary.
Now we all know that it's a given fact that the grammatical and spelling accuracy is a must for the IELTS test. But other than that, what is that one thing that the examiner is looking for to let you go past that dreadful 6.5 score? It is your grammatical range, which means that you need to demonstrate a variety of sentences. Because of this digital era where every day we are writing emails and sending WhatsApp messages to each other, we have become used to writing simple sentences. But in IELTS, you need to show your range and you need to incorporate sentences like compound sentences, complex sentences, etc. So let's discuss that a bit more.
Compound sentences are where we are joining two ideas together using words such as and, but, or, etc. For example, deforestation not only destroys the natural habitat of many species, but it is also the main reason behind global warming. Complex sentences are where you make use of words such as while, although, though, etc. to make two simple sentences into one complex sentence. For example, here are two sentences. Replacing plastic would require strong policy commitment and a huge amount of funding. Still, it is the most optimal solution to reduce fossil fuel production. But we can make it a complex sentence like this. Although replacing plastic would require strong policy commitment and a huge amount of funding, this, in my opinion, is the most optimal solution to reduce fossil fuel production.
Question sentence, as the name suggests, it's a question. For example, isn't it wise to take measures to protect endangered species today than to regret later? Now, you don't have to overdo it. Just one question sentence in an essay can do wonders because a question sentence provides a narrative. When you ask a question in the essay, it seems as if someone is actually talking to you. So it's a welcome change for the examiner where he or she may be checking thousands of papers with the same kind of boring essays. So please try to include at least one question sentence in your essay. And finally, also try to include some conditional sentences, which are basically if and then statements. So for example, if I could skate, then I would have definitely tried ice skating last winters.
And you will notice that unlike remembering complex words, adding these variety of sentences is not that difficult. Most of us have learned this in our school during our English classes. You just have to practice and remember to deliberately incorporate that in your writing.
And finally, as we have said in our previous IELTS related videos, that IELTS is all about practice, practice and practice. So try to implement the tips that we discussed today and practice them over and over. We are sure that it will definitely help you improve your IELTS writing score. And if you are interested in more such content on Canada immigration, job search and some entertaining Canada vlogs, then please subscribe to our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon.
And if you found this video helpful, then please hit the like button and we will see you in our next video. Till then, take care and stay safe.